Your speaker is not working properly. Your voice can still be recorded, but the voice of the other participants can't. Okay, problem.
Close China. Good morning, one and all. Today we are going to give a brief introduction about the gas insulator substation. Okay, in the previous class, we already discussed about the air insulator substation and what are the various parts that will be used in the substations and what is the difference between that different types of substations. Okay, that all will be discussed and various bus bar arrangements. Okay, which type of bus bar arrangements gives the best results. Okay, that all will be discussed in the previous class. Okay, now in the present class we are discussing about the gas insulated substation. Okay, now in the present class we are discussing about the gas insulated substation. Okay, it is the GIS. Okay, gas insulated substation means GIS. Okay, what is the various advantages is there for using that gas insulated in substation means, okay, in the gas insulated substation we are using the sulfur hexafluoride as the gas. Okay, the dielectric medium is the SF6 gas. Okay, which has superior dielectric properties. Okay, the GIS has the superior dielectric properties. Okay, these gas insulated substations are used where there is a space for providing the substation is expensive. Okay, where the space availability is very less. Okay, in that case we are using the gas insulated substation. Okay, it is the one of the major important criteria. Okay, if the space availability is more, in that case we are preferred air insulated substation. But if the space availability is less, okay, in that case we are prefer the gas insulated substation. Okay, this type of substation is designed in the closed room area. Okay, in that instead of air we are using the sulfur hexafluoride. Okay, in that instead of air we are using the sulfur hexafluoride as the gas. Okay, which has superior dielectric properties. Okay, which has superior dielectric properties. The gas insulated substations are used where there is a space for providing the substation is expensive in large cities and the towns. Okay, in this case we are using that such type of gas insulated substations. Okay, otherwise we are using the air insulated substation, that is the AIS, air insulated substation. If the place availability is less, in that case only we are using the GIS. Okay, that means the gas insulated substation. Okay, types of gas insulated substations are the substations are gas insulated substations are classified according to the type of configurations. Okay, the GIS are classified into these types. That is, the first one is the isolated phase module. Okay, isolated phase modules. Next one is the three phase common modules. Next one is hybrid modules. Next one is compact modules. Next one is highly integrated systems. Okay, these are the various types of a gas insulated substation or the GIS. Okay, according to the configuration, the GIS are classified into isolated phase modules, three-phase common modules, hybrid modules, compact modules, and highly integrated systems. Okay, understand ma? And highly integrated systems. Okay, these are the various types of a gas insulated substations. Okay, these are the various types of a GIS. Okay, in that first one is the isolated phase modules. Okay, this is the practical. Okay, this is the practical view of a isolated phase modules. Okay, this is the practical view of a isolated phase modules. Okay, the individual circuit elements. Okay, the individual circuit elements such as pole of a circuit breakers, a single pole isolators, one phase ensemble of current transformer, etc. are connected together form an isolated phase gas insulated modules. In isolated phase gas insulated modules, we are using a single pole isolators and one phase ensemble of current transformers. Okay, these are the CTs and the single pole isolators. Okay, that are will be used for together to form the isolated phase modules. Together to form a isolated phase modules. Okay, these are the isolated phase modules. In that we are using the single pole isolators and current transformers, single one phase current transformers that will be assembled together like this. Okay, this type of isolated phase module. Okay, this type of modules are called as the isolated phase modules in the gas insulated substations. Okay, next coming to the second type, that is the three phase common modules. Okay, this is the practical view of a three phase common modules. Okay, this is the practical view of a three phase common modules. Okay, in this type of modules, a three phase bay is assembled using the desired number of three phase elements. Okay, these are the three phase assembled base. Okay, that will be used to desire the number of three phase elements. Okay, that is R phase, Y phase and the B phase. Okay, we are using the bay. Okay, bay means the combination of all the three phases. Okay, in this three phase common modules, we are using as the three phase bay. Okay, that is assembled using to design number of the three phase elements. Okay, these are used to design. These are the three phase common modules. Okay, in the practical view, we are observing this. These are the bay. Okay, bay means the common three phases. Okay, that will be assembled as like a bay, and this will be used to design the number of three phase elements. Okay, these are used to design the number of three phase elements. Okay, by using these elements, they reduce the total number of enclosures. Okay, by using this, we can reduce the total number of enclosures to 1/3. Okay, by using this, we can remove the enclosures. Okay, this is the practical view of the three phase common modules. Okay, next coming to the hybrid modules. Okay, this is also one type of the gas insulated substation, and this is the practical view of a hybrid modules. Okay, this is the practical view of a hybrid modules. Okay, it is the combination of a isolated phase and the three phase common modules. Okay, it is the combination of both isolated phase modules, and this is the isolated phase modules and the three phase. Okay, this is the combination of three phase modules and the hybrid modules. Okay, it is the isolated phase modules and the three phase common elements is used to achieve an optimal solution. Okay, this will be used to achieve an optimal solutions. Okay, this hybrid GIS technology has gained the popularity, especially in the medium and the low voltage ranges. Okay, this will be used especially in the medium and the low voltage ranges. Okay, this type of hybrid modules will be used for that medium and the high voltage ranges. Next type is the compact modules. Okay, next type is the compact modules. The compact GIS systems are essentially three-phase common systems. Okay, these are our essentially three-phase common systems. Okay, this is the arc phase and Y phase and the B phase. Okay, this is the three-phase common systems, okay, in which the elements such as three-phase circuit breakers, current transformers, etc. are used. Okay, in that we are using the three-phase circuit breakers, current transformers, etc. are used as the compact modules, are used as a compact modules. Okay, this is the practical view of that compact modules. Okay, next one is the highly integrated systems. Okay, next one is the highly integrated system, and this is also the one type of the GIS, that is gas insulated substation. Okay, these are used in the outdoor substations. Okay, these highly integrated systems are used in outdoor substations. Okay, the highly integrated substations are ready to install substations. Okay, these type of substations are ready to install substations and very useful to that substations. Okay, these are the outdoor substations, therefore the fault occurrence is also very less when compared to the all other types of GIS systems. Okay, normally this type of gas insulated substations are used where the space requirement is very less. If the space requirement is very less, and it is most suitable for the indoor substations, but while using that highly integrated systems, we are using as the outdoor substation. Okay, highly integrated system we are using as the outdoor substation. Okay, instead of air, we are using the SF6 gas as the medium. Okay, therefore we are the fault obtained in that any one of the system, okay, that will be dangerous. Okay, but we are using the highly integrated system, the fault identification is easy and simple. Why? Because means it is a outdoor substation. Okay, this type of substations is used for that outdoor substations. Okay, this is the one of the major advantage while we are using the highly integrated systems. Okay, this is the one of the major important consideration when we are using that highly integrated system. Next one is the single line diagram of a gas insulated substation. Okay, what is the single line diagram for that gas insulated substation? Means the arrangement for the cable, feeder connection and bus bars. Okay, this is the various bus bars. Okay, this is the bus bars, and these are the switches. Okay, digital switches, and this is the earthing switch and current transformer, and this is the circuit breaker, and this is also current transformer, and this is the digital switch, and this is the potential or the voltage transformer. Okay, this is the earthing switch. Okay, this is the earthing switch. This is the cable feeder. Okay, this is the overall single line diagram of the gas insulated substation. Okay, when compared to the gas insulated substation, okay, when compared to the air insulated substation, the gas insulated substation occupies the less space. Why? Because it is indoor substation. Okay, indoor means that in that we are using the, instead of air, we are using a SF6 gas as the medium. Why? Because we are using the SF6 gas is medium means that when we are using the indoor substations, okay, all the equipments are placed in nearby. If any electrical discharge is obtained in between the one system to another system or one transformer to another transformer, okay, we are easily obtain the faults or the sparks. Okay, for eliminating that sparks or the faults, we are using the SF6 gas as a medium. Okay, we are using as the SF6 gas as a medium. Okay, for eliminating or identification of that faults is somewhat difficult in the indoor substation. Okay, that's why we are using the instead of air as the SF6 gas as a dielectric medium, and all the equipments are immersed in that SF6 gas only. Suppose if the fault will be obtained in between any one of the transformers or the generators, then that fault will be automatically rectified for the arc interruption method. Why? Because that fault will be automatically rectified means that instead of air we are using the SF6 gas. Okay, the SF6 gas having the high dielectric properties, then we easily quenching the arc. Okay, understand me? Then we easily quenching the arc. Okay, that's why we are using the SF6 gas. Okay, by using that sulfur hexafluoride gas, okay, we are reducing the spark between the equipments, but it is a very costly one. Okay, the air cost is very air when compared to the air insulated substation, the gas insulated substation has more cost. Why? Because means we are using the SF6 gas as a dielectric medium. Okay, for the investment of that SF6 gas, the cost of that substation is increased. Okay, understand me? The cost of that substation is increased. Okay, next coming to the single line diagram. Okay, this is the single line diagram for that gas insulated substation. Okay, in that we are using the so many current transformer setting switches, okay, digital switches, and also CTs and PTs. Okay, by using that CTs, PTs, okay, we can measure the voltage and the current at various stages, and also the circuit breakers. Okay, by using these circuit breakers we will protect the substation from the faults. Okay, how we will operate this circuit breaker means in that near the circuit breaker we are connecting the relay coil. Suppose if any faults are obtained at that substation, then automatically the relay coil gives the indication to this substation. Okay, if the relay coil gives that indication, then automatically this circuit breaker will be operated. Okay, that is the main reason for the usage of that circuit breakers. And coming to the CTs means the current transformer. Okay, this current transformer is used to measure the current in the substation, gas insulated substation. Okay, the current transformer is used to measure the current, and also we are using the VT means the voltage transformer or the potential transformer. Okay, by using this potential transformer we will step up or step down the voltage levels, and then we are using the earthing switches. Okay, these are the earthing switches and these are the digital switches. Okay, in this case we are using the double bus bar system. Okay, this is the bus bar 1 and this is the bus bar 2. Okay, understand me? In the previous class we are discussing about the various types of bus bar arrangements. Okay, what is the use of single bus bar system and what is the use of double bus bar system, and also what is the use of main and the transfer bus bar system, and what is the use of double bus bar with circuit breakers. Okay, that all will be discussed in the previous class. Okay, in this diagram also, in the gas insulated substation we are using the double bus bar system. Okay, this is the bus bar 1 and this is the bus bar 2. Okay, these two bus bars are combined by using these digital switches. Suppose if any fault will be obtained any one of that bus, then automatically that switch will be closed and the remaining switch will be open, then the total load is bear by this bus bar only at faulted condition. Okay, this is the main use of the double bus bar system. Okay, that is the main use of a double bus bar system. Okay, this earthing switch is used for the if any earth faults are obtained in that system, then automatically this switch will be operated. Okay, that is the main use of a earthing switch. And this is the circuit breaker. This circuit breaker is used to give the protection for that faulted conditions. Okay, this is the single line diagram for the gas insulated substations. Okay, this is the single line diagram for the gas insulated substation. Okay, in that case we are using the double bus bar system. Okay, in that case we are using the double bus bar system or the double bus bar arrangement, and then we are using various digital switches, earthing switches, and these are the earthing switches. ES means the earthing switch, and DS is the digital switches, and CTC is the current transformer, and VT is the potential transformer. Okay, this is the feeder line. The feeder line, and this is the single line diagram for that GIS. Okay, next coming to the what are the advantages are there for the usage of this GIS system. Okay, GIS means the gas insulated substation. Okay, instead of air as a dielectric medium, we are using the SF6 gas as the medium. Okay, by using that SF6 gas, okay, we easily control the arc. Our arc punching process is easily done by using that SF6 gas. Okay, what are the main advantages are there when we are using the GIS? Okay, therefore the GIS has no risk for fire. Okay, why? Because the GIS has no risk for fire means, okay, in that we are using the SF6 gas. Okay, the main property for the SF6 gas is that it having the high dielectric strength. Okay, understand ma? The main property for the SF6 gas is that it having the high dielectric strength. Okay, therefore GIS has no risk for fire and explosion due to the leakage of oil. Due to the leakage of oil. Okay, there is no fire risk and explosions. Okay, due to the leakage of the oil. Why? Because means instead of air we are using the SF6 gas. Okay, next one is that they generate no noise. Okay, in this case of substation there is no noise. Okay, in the air insulated substation, we obtain the some noises that will be obtained from that transformers, generators, and etc. Okay, but in this case, there is no noise and have no radio interference. Why? Because we are having no radio interference means that by usage of that SF6 gas as a dielectric medium, okay, due to that properties, there is no radio interference between that substation. Okay, due to that properties there is no radio interference between that system. Okay, the maintenance of GIS is free. Why? Because the maintenance will be less in the case of a GIS means that, okay, it is a indoor substation. Okay, indoor substation means all the equipments will be placed very near. Okay, therefore the maintenance is reduced, and also maintenance fire hazards is also reduced when we are using the GIS system as the indoor substation. Why? Because means due to the properties of the SF6 gas, okay, due to the properties of that SF6 gas, okay, the fire hazards is also reduced. Okay, the maintenance of GIS is also free. Okay, it offers solutions. Okay, industrial areas where space and the pollution problems. Okay, in the case of the industrial areas, the space requirement is also very high, and also the some pollution problems is also obtained. Okay, due to that following reasons, we are using the GIS as the substation. Okay, that is the gas insulated substation. Okay, in that indoor substation, okay, this type of substations will be placed at the indoor only. Next, mountain areas where ice and snow are major problems. Okay, in the mountain areas where the ice will be formed and the snow will be formed, in this case we are using the GIS as the substations. Why? Because in that case, in that areas we are using the air insulated as the substations. Okay, we are obtaining the some disadvantages. Okay, to overcome that disadvantages in the ice areas and the snow areas, we are using the gas insulated substation. Okay, understand ma? We are using the gas insulated substations. Okay, next coming to the what are the disadvantages are there in the gas insulated substations. Okay, the gas insulated substations tends to much more expensive than the air insulated substation with the same ratings. Okay, suppose we are using the 33 by 440 kilovolt substation. Okay, in that case also we are using the gas insulated substation and air insulated substation for the same ratings, but the installation cost for that GIS substation is more when compared to the air insulated substation. Why? Because means in the gas insulated substation the dielectric medium is the SF6 gas. Okay, the cost for that SF6 gas is more when compared to the air as the insulation. And also the care should be taken that no dust particles enter into the live compartments, which results in the flashovers. Okay, we require the more care for that GIS systems. Why? Because we require the more care means that if any dust particles are enter into that GIS substation, okay, in this case we are using the SF6 gas as a dielectric medium. Okay, due to that air molecules, okay, that gas will be some combinations will be done, and then due to that reactions, okay, we are obtaining the some flashovers in between that SF6 gas. Okay, for that reason, okay, the some care should be taken for the GIS system when compared to the air insulated substation. Okay, air insulated substation. If any faults are occurred internally, the diagnostic of the fault and rectification takes a very long time. Why? Because the identification of that fault is very long time means, okay, it is a indoor substation, and also all the equipments are placed in the very near. Okay, therefore the fault identification is also somewhat difficult in the case of the GIS system. Why? Because all the equipments are placed in the near means that, okay, in that with the dielectric medium we are using as the SF6 gas. Okay, suppose all the equipments will be placed will be placed in the large area. Okay, then we require the more amount of dielectric material, that is the SF6 gas. Okay, if you are using the large quantity of that SF6 gas, then the installation cost is also increases. Okay, therefore it is very expensive for that for the usage of that large quantity of SF6 gas. Okay, therefore, okay, we require the some care. Okay, when the fault will be obtained in that substation, and rectification is also takes very long time. Okay, that means the fault clearing time is also less. Why? Because all the equipments, that means the transformers, generators are very near to each other. If the transformers and generators are very near to each other, okay, there is no gap between the generators and the transformers. Okay, the heat dissipation is also increases. Okay, if you increasing the heat dissipation, okay, then automatically some flashovers are obtained in between the elements. Okay, due to that flashovers, okay, due to that flashovers, okay, due to that flashovers, the faults will be obtained and the equipment is damaged in that substation. Okay, therefore, due to the lack of the space, okay, easily we form the fault, and also the easily we damage the equipments, that is like generators or the transformers. Okay, that's why we must take the a special care for that identification of that fault, and rectification of the fault is the one of the major important consideration in the case of a GIS. Okay, where the GIS system substation is used means that in the highly industrial areas where the space requirement is very costly or very expensive. Okay, in that case only we are using the GIS system. Okay, rather than we are using the air insulated substation. Okay, the air insulated substation is much cheaper than the gas insulated substation. Okay, in the air insulated substation, the gap between the other equipments is also very long. Okay, if the gap between all the equipments is very long, then automatically the faults formation is also reduced. Okay, therefore the flashovers is also reduced, and also we are reducing the damages for that systems. Okay, that's why where the space requirement is very large, okay, in that case only we are using the GIS as the substation. Okay, that is the gas insulated substation. Mostly this type of GIS will be preferred for the indoor substations. Why? Because means all the equipments will be placed in that indoor, and that the dielectric medium but between the equipments is SF6 gas. Okay, due to the properties of that SF6 gas, the arc quenching time is also reduces. Okay, the arc quenching time is also reduces. Okay, these are the major advantages and disadvantages when we are using as the GIS systems. Okay, understand? GIS means the gas insulated substations. Okay, this is the single line diagram for that gas insulated substations, and these are the various types of a gas insulated substations. Okay, that is isolated phase modules and three phase common modules, hybrid modules, compact modules, and highly integrated systems. Okay, the isolated phase and isolated phase and three phase common modules both combinedly together is called as the hybrid modules. Okay, in the hybrid modules we are using both the isolated phase module and the three phase modules. Okay, in the three phase modules we are using as the phase by, that means the combination of that all the phases. Okay, these are the various types of that gas insulated substations. Okay, this is the practical view of that isolated phase modules. Okay, in this case we are using the single pole isolated and also the one phase current transformers. Okay, this is the practical view. Next one is the three phase common by or the common modules. Okay, these three phases are combinedly together and then it forms the bay. Okay, then it forms a bay. Okay, then it is called as the three phase common modules. Okay, therefore it reduces the total number of enclosures. Okay, next coming to the hybrid modules. Okay, it is the combination of isolated phases and the three phase common modules. Okay, this is the practical view for that hybrid modules, and this is the compact module. Okay, these are the compact module. The compact GIS systems are essentially the three phase common systems. Okay, in which the elements such as three phase circuit breakers, current transformers, etc. were be used. Okay, next one is the highly integrated system. Okay, this type of system is also used for that outdoor substations also. Okay, that's why we are using more this type of substations. Okay, that is highly integrated substations. Okay, we prefer the GIS system is the highly integrated systems. Okay, that means this type of substations is used as the outdoor substations also. Okay, these are the various types of substations. Okay, that will be used in the gas insulated substations. First of all, what is meant by substation? It is a combination of the various equipments, okay, that will be changed to change their characteristics. Okay, that will be used to change their characteristics. That is, we convert voltages, that means step up or step down, and single phase to three phase, and three phase to single phase, and also the frequency changes, and we increase or decreases the frequency level, and we increase or decreases the voltage levels, and also power factors. Okay, by using that, various equipments are combinedly together to change their characteristics. Okay, that is called as the substation. Basically, that substations are classified into two types, that is air insulated substation and gas insulated substations. Okay, in the air insulated substation, okay, the dielectric medium we are using as the air. Okay, but in the gas insulated substation, the dielectric medium we are using as the gas.